Breaking news, Malcolm Koonce is back with the Raiders. If you don't click the like button on this, you're definitely a closet Chiefs fan. I am telling you this right now. I am fired up about the move around the Raiders bringing back Malcolm, and I'm not afraid to do it. I'm going to pat myself on the back. I projected a one-year, $12 million contract for Malcolm with the Las Vegas Raiders. The reason why this is just such a critical move, and I'm happy for Malcolm for him to get his money. I never thought in a million years he was going to get $20 million, which Spytek and PFF was projecting for him. And if he would have stayed healthy in 2024, he would have been able to get that money. But coming off an ACL tear where he did not play in the last season, but in the year of 2023, that's why you're paying him for the $12 million, the upside, because you saw when he was actually used correctly how important he was. And also, if I was Malcolm Koonce, I'd want to go back with Rob Leonard, and I'd want to go back with Patrick Graham, somebody that really helped me be the best version of myself. And I really thought that when you saw the value out there, and I think it was scaring some people because of how much money, they thought Malcolm Koonce was going to get on the open market. There's going to be some Raiders fans out there like, I don't know how you're giving a guy all this money who tore his ACL and he was only good for a handful of games. With all due respect, you don't know ball, because when you watch Malcolm Koonce play with Josh McDaniels in that regime, and then after that regime, is it crazy to think either Malcolm Koonce is good or Josh McDaniels in that regime is a bunch of numbskulls? And they're lucky I used the word numbskulls, because Malcolm Koonce at $12 million is a great value. So sound off down in the comments section from my man Malcolm Koonce. Give it an A, B, C, D, or an F. 1 year, $12 million. Obviously fully guaranteed. My answer is going to be coming up here after this YouTube ad break. This is another A for the Las Vegas Raiders. I get that there is a little bit of risk investing in a player that you don't know how healthy they are coming off an ACL. The good news is this: the ACL injury happened in August. So the fact that it happened in August, he's going to be more than 100% healthy, ready to rock and roll. You also got to look at just other contracts that are going on out there from a lot of other player standpoints, where a lot of these other edges are getting long-term deals. And I get it. I'm not surprised Malcolm didn't get that deal, but also you got to just consider bringing back certain players. The Raiders are showing you they value the trenches. Would you rather pay Malcolm Koonce 1 year for $12 million, or would you have rather paid Nate Hobbs, who I like? He just signed a deal 4 years, $48 million, with $16 million guaranteed to go to the Green Bay Packers. So in my mind, you could look at that as $12 million per year, or we're giving Malcolm 12, or you give Nate Hobbs $16 million guaranteed. No disrespect to Hobbs, and I wish him the best of luck in Green Bay. It's such an easy decision for me that the Raiders decided to pick Malcolm Koonce. You re-signed Adam Butler, and you're able to go out and get Jeremy Chin, all on 3 very respectable contracts and very, very good value. Last season did not play. Though in 2023, the 43 tackles, the 9 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, 17 quarterback hits, and 3 forced fumbles. What's really interesting about those numbers there is how good Malcolm was when Antonio Pierce was able to take over. And honestly, he was one of the reasons why I'm just so confident in Rob Leonard and Patrick Graham when they're a dynamic duo, because they can get a lot of the most out of their defensive end prospects. Another great version of that is somebody like K'Lavon Chasen from last season. But think about this, okay? Over the back half of in 2023, listen to these numbers by Malcolm Koonce. 8 sacks is top 5 in the NFL. 36 pressures, top 10 in the NFL. 90 PFF grade, 10th in the NFL. That was what he did over the final 9 games. That is why you're paying him 1 year for $12 million. He gets an opportunity to go out there, and he gets an opportunity to prove it. He's a young player entering the final year, obviously. He wasn't in the final year of his contract, but at age like 25, 26 years old, he's going to be able to go back and pin his ears back and get after the quarterback, because for what the Raiders have done, you gave Max Crosby a lot of money. You got Christian Wilkins on the defensive line. You also go out and you bring back Adam Butler, who's just so good at making everybody else around him better. What I'm excited to see is what Malcolm Koonce looks like next to an Adam Butler. He didn't really get that opportunity, But then even on top of that, now what you have is you have versatility at the edge position and even a little bit at DT where, Malcolm is, I need to get north and south and I need to get out and get after the quarterback. That's what he's going to do. If it's third down, I want Malcolm Koonce in the game. If it's first or second down, maybe you see them put in a Tyree Wilson who is a little bit better at being able to stop the run because he's a little bit more physical. But right now on that defensive line, and again, what you got to see on screen is look at the asterisks. Certain players are free agents, exclusive rights free agents, all that kind of good stuff. But already you've been able to replace a Kayvon Chasen, maybe with a Malcolm Koonce. You bring back Adam Butler, but Tyree Wilson, they're going to be able to do this kind of rotation at defensive end, at defensive tackle. Really overall solid depth here by Las Vegas. And if you can't tell how proud I am of this organization, how proud I am of this regime so far in free agency, then I don't know what I got to do, because they are proving yet again that they are doing the right things and they are doing the smart things this offseason. When the Raiders make a move, I'm going to be here. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. I'm going to be live this week for probably over 30 hours, and that's probably going to be it. I mean, we started live today at 10. We probably won't get done with maybe 6 o'clock. I ain't going anywhere anytime soon, so that's 8 hours today. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is going to be a shit show. But we also really try, even like if I go home right now and I'm sitting at home and it's 10 o'clock at night and the Raiders and they go out, and if they were to re-sign Malcolm Koonce, I'm making a video and I'd probably go live from my house with Chuck. So when the Raiders make a move, I guarantee you this, I'm already working on getting a video out. So Malcolm Koonce is back with the silver and black, and he's going to get an opportunity to shine. In a prove-it year, he's going to be motivated. And the fact that he's going to be motivated is why I can't wait to see what this young man is going to get the opportunity to go out there and do. Because when you just see, do we have any other defensive end contracts that have been signed today? I don't know if you can filter through those, Smitty. Shout out to Smitty. But it's also the value. Because the value of Malcolm, where, Spytek and PFF, they're projecting him somewhere at about, it was $20 million. That's a lot of money. And the fact that they were able to bring him in at a much discounted rate compared to some of the other guys of what they were getting paid out there, I mean, you got to be feeling pretty good. We might have lost internet. I hope not. But look at Josh Sweat. 4 years, $76.4 million, with $41 million of that was guaranteed. That's a lot of money that you got to try to go out there and you got to try to pay somebody. And don't get me wrong, I love Josh Sweat. How about this? I think this next one here is a great example. Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is a really, really good player. Obviously, still getting up there in age. But at the exact same time, man, you got to be able to sit here and go, you know what? We did end up getting a really good player at a very good value. And I'm excited to see what they have. Hassan Reddick, another 1 year, $14 million deal. Wild stuff. Yeah, I know. So Hassan Reddick, is it still recording now or no? Yeah, we'll finish the cut. Hassan Reddick, not a lot going there as well. Overall, the Raiders got to feel very confident about their ability to try to replace Robert Spillane, to try to replace Nate Hobbs, try to replace Trevon Merrick. Overall, they did some smart moves, and they did a good job showing you that they're spending the money in the right way. I apologize for the internet connections. We've had a few of them, no doubt about it, here at the Chat Sports Studios, but it's because we don't value Wi-Fi. So what's your one-word reaction to the signing of Malcolm Koonce? To me, smart. And I'm just saying it because the Raiders are showing yet again that they are smart. No doubt about it. That they are doing the right things and they are being a smart franchise.